Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since you've seen me. I have been very busy with a lot of different things. I've started a new job, I've started a new degree as well, and we've had a few bereavements in the family, so that's been a bit hard to juggle around as well. It's just been a crazy beginning of the year. Very slow for my creative side, especially when I just want to hide underneath a duvet and eat loads and loads of chocolate and eat loads of stuff. I can't keep doing it. I've put on a bit. So back to it. I've got to literally kick myself and get myself organised. So this is a digital piece that I did do a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you saw it in the community tabs, or even on my Instagram. I did do this piece a few weeks back. So I've now completely finished the video edit of it and the voiceover. So I hope you like it. I am going to catch up with all my videos. I've done loads of stuff. I just haven't got round to doing the voiceovers and the video edits. So I'm trying to do those as well as other bits as well. So fingers crossed you like this. It does help. I have used Ibis Painter app to create this piece. So I'm hoping that, yeah, if you've got any questions, just drop them in. I'm very new to this, so we can all learn together. But yeah, thank you. And let's show you what I did to create the final thumbnail. Thank you. So what I'm doing is actually recording my screen. So I wanted to do an actual recording of what I'm selecting, how I'm getting the details, and basically what I'm pressing. So the only way I needed to do this is by doing a screen record. So what I wanted to do is actually just do a pattern. Now with this particular one, you would click onto that top. Now you would need, I don't know what they're called, but I'm literally just taking this down so you can then repeat. So you're not doing it all in one go. So when you literally draw in one of these sections, it's going to repeat it in all the other sections. So it's kind of like a symmetry thing, but I just didn't want to do it just completely down the middle. I wanted to do kind of like a flowery type design, and just, yeah, it took a while to do this. I have actually sped this up in places, but you can see through real time on what I've clicked to get this created. And I am just using a Samsung S7 tablet to be able to do this. So I'm working off an Android. Me and iOS is not good. My husband's an expert when it comes to Apple. I'm just not really into this. So this is in speed time, and I'm literally just getting my Samsung S Pen and drawing each of these petals and then just filling in the gaps and adding a bit of pattern to it. And I'm literally just repeating that over and over again. So what I'm going to do is, when I finished saying what I'm saying, I might put a little bit of music in and leave you to watch it. The undo button with digital work is amazing. If you don't get it right the first time, you can then just undo it and then restart. It's just, I find it so much easier sometimes than having to get it rubbed out or paint over it or anything like that. And good thing as well, what I've started to learn with this digital work is it's all in one place. I don't have loads and loads of equipment that's going to be lying around. I've got paintings that need to be sold. I just found it just a lot more easier and less messy for me to get done. And you can zoom right in. As you can see, that you can go right the way to the detail into this and just zoom right up. And it doesn't have to be neat. Art doesn't have to be dead on and neat. It's just got to be enjoyable. And the reason why I chose art in a way, and paintings and drawings, is because it was just a way for me to relax, become present in what I'm doing and not have to worry about anything. It's kind of like my own meditation, my own art therapy. And then that takes me into my new degree that I'm doing. I have started, or will be starting very soon, a psychology degree. I can't wait. I'm so excited. As literally from 2016 to now, I'm a completely different person, and I think this is something to do with art. If anybody is watching this video and have got to this point, thank you. And I'd love to know, is art or being creative your way of just relaxing, enjoying your time, just being present? And basically it's like meditation. And how much has it helped you mentally just to be able to feel so much better about yourself? I know for a fact that if I never picked up that canvas and did a paint pour, which was my very first, and I also did a finger painting as well, I wouldn't have, I just kept it up. I felt so good. It helped me through when I had my surgery. It's just amazing that you can just sit down and relax and just really be present in what you're doing and not having to worry about if it's perfect or not. I'm not really into realism. I don't like looking at a painting that looks like a photograph. I like it to look different, and I know everybody is different, but this here for me was just me relaxing. And I love to draw flowers. I just think it's new growth, new beginnings. I just love it. Let me know what you do. What do you like watching, and what do you like doing, and what do you enjoy? So this is me just finishing it off, speeding it up, and it just filling in those last little bits. And as you can see, what you do on this section here will refill in on the other sections. And because it's in a 5-part split, there is certain bits that you would need to go and fill in. As you can see, I'm zooming out and zooming in and seeing which bits I do need to complete. But I haven't had to do it all on its own. Can imagine if I didn't have this sectioned off and it was me just drawing, I would have had to draw every single one individually. So this particular app and the way that it sets out is perfect to be able to just create a nice pattern like this. And yeah, I'm pressing that undo button. If you're not happy with a particular thing, great work. So that was it. I loved this part. Now, I didn't know very much about how to do it, so I'll go back to the gallery because it saves it. Now, as you can see, this took me a total of 48 minutes to create this piece. You can imagine how long that would have been if it was doing it individually and not split. So I wanted to duplicate what I've done because I wanted to edit the colour of this. I wanted to change the tone, see what else I can do with it, and see if there is any other textures that I can make this pop. I absolutely love it as black and white. I love what it's done, but it's just adding layers into it. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm just literally trying to figure out on a particular other one that I've done before, how did I create something? And I was like, it's got to be a way of doing it. And I weren't sure. What I wanted to do is actually change the whole colour, add a canvas colour as a dark purple. My favourite colour, I don't know if anyone has actually guessed this. If you follow me and you've been following me for a while, my favourite colour is purple. I love it. And it has to be the Cadbury purple as well, you know, like that particular purple I love. It's my favourite. So here I'm like, how do I change this colour? How do I do it? So what I end up doing, I do believe, is actually changing the filter on this. So this is me trying to add layers to see if there is ways that I can change. So at this particular point, it weren't working. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? As you can see here as well, you can duplicate it. You can make it smaller. You can literally, this is what I'm doing. I'm just playing around with it. So you can add layers and add texture, and you can do whatever you want with it really with these particular apps. You ain't stuck to one way or any particular colour. Sorry, if you can hear snoring in the background, I do apologise. That is my dog. I can't believe how loud he is. Let me know if you can hear him on this voiceover, but he is so loud. Oh my God. So I don't know what I'm messing around here, but in the end, I get there. I get what I want to do. It takes a while. And this is probably the longest. Now, who else does this? Has anyone else had a play where they're like, this is not what I wanted, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly. So I think what I do here is I do end up selecting the filter. So you know the FX side. So let me just see if I do that. I can't remember now. It's been so long since I've done this particular recording and drawing that, yeah, this is why you need to be doing your voiceovers quite early on so you actually remember what you did. I know, it's crazy. So, what am I doing? So I'm merging layers, and what I'm trying to work out is where to change the colour. I know that that's what I want to do. I want to change the colour. I want to be able to add detail. I want to add texture to it. And what I end up doing is going to the sides here. Instead of trying to mess around with the layers, I do go to the sides and I select, in any minute now, it's, oh, here we go. So it's the colour that I want to fill in, and I change that colour to purple. Where is it? So that's me trying to work out, is this changing anything? Now that particular doesn't, but then I'm now going into here. So I select the purple, I click it, press select, and it doesn't work. So I'm like, what do I need to do now? And literally have a play around. These apps are amazing just to play around with and to see where we can get it to literally where you want it in the end. So I'm trying to change something here, and I can see there is a slight movement in the textures, but I do get there in the end. Honestly, I do. So here we go. It's literally just trying to fill in the gaps and trying to make sure that everything is changing colour, but I don't want to lose the pattern. That was one thing I wanted to make sure I didn't do, is lose that pattern. Okay, so I'm just literally going through all the different selections and I'm adding a layer there. And how I do the colour change in the end is I go to the tone, because I want to add a tone to the actual pattern. I want to make it so it's a bit more 3D than I do have it as just plain flat black and white. So I do mess around with the different filters on here and add texture, and then from that point I then go in and change the colour. So we've gone again to a purple colour, and then I've added the texture. Now these are on layers as well, so it's on the lower layer and then the current layer. So I am having an adjustment on both two layers. And what I tend to do then at this point is then click onto each of the layers and adjust it slightly to allow it to just give it a bit more oomph. I don't know why I keep going backwards and forwards with it, but I do end up merging the two layers in the end. So I click on those and I can see by looking at and zooming in at the different textures on each of the layers as well. Here I go is I just merge it, and because of that back layer has a texture on it, it's then brought it forward once I've merged it, and this was the final piece. I know it took a while to get there, but if anyone is working with Ibis, all you need to do is just have a play around, watch as many videos as you can, and hopefully you'll get there with myself as well. But thank you.